Hello, welcome back. This is Kench1913, and we are Let's Playing the finale of King's Quest. Pull out your tissue boxes, because this one's going to be a tearjerker. Anyways, in the last episode, Graham showed that he had the strength of not only the mind, but, of the mind and quickness of the mind, and now we are going to go and give our things back to Mananan, so that we can have a duel. But yeah, if you have played King's Quest, like I played King's Quest, and not just this game, but the entire series, this one is going to be an emotional one. It really is. It's going to be a goddamn tearjerker, I'm telling you. Don't be surprised if I get a little choked up and teary, even though I've already seen this like 3 times now. Like I said a couple of videos ago, it's almost like Kenshin, it's almost like the Oni Kenshin dying all over again. I can't take it.
Where's your proof?
The proof's in the pudding. Oh, I guess the frog ran away.
Great. Set that over there, and let me know when you've completed the trial of speed.
Oh, yeah, so let me set the stuff over there.
Excellent. Right this way, please.
Well, thank you, Mordak. You've been very helpful, I guess. Let's meet Manny.
Well, where is he?
Meow. Charmed, I'm sure.
Are you kidding me? You wish to challenge me like this?
Careful what you say, King. My species has no bearing on my abilities.
I have no problems with cats, Manny, or goblins, or sphinxes. My issues are all with you.
No matter. The duel hasn't even begun, yet I've already won.
Of course.
Are you aware that you've hand-delivered everything I need to complete another batch of Cosmolotion?
Shocker.
Allow me to explain that you, King Graham the Imbecile, have once again...
Yeah. Wax poetic for 2 more hours, won't you? Pardon my vacant expression, though. I can barely hear out of my left ear anymore.
Fine. Have it your way. I'll speak with brevity. Long sentences. Drawn-out syllables to emphasize a point. Raising my voice. More sesquipedalian words.
What's that mean?
Overuse of the term moron. And I'll need a hair from your beard for my final ingredient.
See you at sundown.
Meet me at the floating island.
Good chat.
Well, at least brevity is better than having a long, drawn-out thing, I guess. I love how that melts. But the spoon doesn't. You gotta eat the damn thing? Yeah, I believe that was like an orchestrated version of Manny's theme.
Dad, we brought you some
from King's
treats.
Quest 3.
Dad?
Oh. Well. Oh.
Grandpa!
Oh.
Dad, say something.
Oh boy.
Story.
Gwendolyn, go get the nursemaids.
No.
What do you want me to do? What can I get you? You want Mom? Mom!
Story.
Sorry?
No, story.
The story. Help me finish it.
Let's get him back in bed. Grab his feet.
Graham!
Comes Valenice.
I couldn't reach the bell.
I should have known you would try to escape.
I thought I needed one more adventure. One last trophy to hang on these shelves. But the only treasures I need are standing right beside me.
It's okay, love. You can stop fighting. It's time.
Not before my story is done. You have to finish it.
Me? I don't know how it ends.
I'll help you.
I can't. I'm not ready. Gart should tell it.
Grandfather is passing his hat to you. I think you should take it.
Go ahead, Cuddlebug.
King Grandpa, the greatest adventurer to ever live, would do anything in his power to protect his family.
So now it's time for the duel.
As the sun set atop the floating island, Mordak placed the final goblet down for a toxic duel of wits.
That's a great start.
Welcome, friend. I'm glad you could make it.
Mananan restored himself back into human form using the ingredients Grandpa had unknowingly brought to him.
Unknowingly.
But he was weak. The germite crystal was the only thing keeping him alive.
Mordak has carefully designed a series of trials to test our wits. Don't worry, he hasn't given me any answers. Some of the goblets have been topped with hypnotic powder. We will complete each station individually. If you drink from any of the tainted cups, you will lose and be under my spell, and vice versa.
The goblets have been set up in stations, each with their own rules.
I'll spare you the long speech and just let you read the rules. Ready to prove a goblin is smarter than a man?
Why was it always about that, though, Manny?
Stay away from that. It's not needed yet.
Is it because King Edward treated your people like shit?
I wish you would hurry this along. I am putting in my resignation from the Brotherhood after you two are done playing this ridiculous game.
Yeah, the Brotherhood...
I have my own dreams to pursue. My novella is not going to write itself.
That's true.
I don't see the point of all this. I'm afraid I can't help.
Alright.
I wish you would hurry this along.
Yeah, so he's talking about the Brotherhood of, like, the Black Coat, Cloak, and Dagger or something like that. So let's talk to Manny.
You know what the scariest part about growing old is? Losing your mind. Hurry up, Graham. We are not getting any younger.
That's true.
Can you believe that after all these years, we're right back to where we started?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, to be honest.
Where are all your friends now? Who will divinely intervene to prevent your failure?
No one. I'm gonna win.
I told you, goblins are smarter than they look. Have you even decided who's going to inherit your kingdom? Why not pass it along to your oldest friend?
Is that you? Because it's not
Are
happening.
you sure your mind is sharp enough for this competition?
Let's hope so.
You know what the scariest...
All right, so we've heard enough from
There was
Mananan.
one clue for each set of goblets. Someone must have thought themselves pretty clever.
Okay.
You're doing great, sweetheart.
All right, so for this one, we have ourselves a diamond. Keep that in mind. So yeah, 3 brothers, 2 of them are knights, and then one of them lies. So pretty much the knights are truthful, and one of them...
Only one goblet was safe to drink from.
Right. So what we have to figure out is which one is the liar, and I believe the 3rd cup is correct. But let's see. 2 is tainted, A always lies. Cup 1 is safe, beware B, he always lies. And then B says 1 cup and 4 tainted, so it's this one. 3. So there we go.
Finish this one too. Simple, really.
Yeah, I always hated those, hey, he lies, she lies, who's not the liar guy or whatever. Such a pain. Alright, so this one is about pretty much creatures can eat certain things and then other ones can't. Kind of reminds me of like a Sudoku type of thing. So we have to figure out which creature eats what thing. And yeah, snoots and trolls and dragons. So pretty much, let's see, from what I just read, those guys like bananas, dragons like apples, badgers love grapes, and these things love oranges. So now we have to pick the cups that correspond with the answers that we have. And remember that this is a star, okay?
Neither of us are hypnotized, so let's continue on.
You know, he's using up a lot of his magic power, warping from one place to the other, I guess. Alright, this is a heart. And honestly, this one's sort of like a Sudoku type thing. Because each thing, you pretty much have to... The 3s are going to be your cups. So whatever number 3 is on the board is going to be your cups over here. But pretty much you have to have... It's 4 rows of 4. And you have to have number 1, 2, and 3 in each of them. But you can't have overlapping numbers. Or the same numbers in each row. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. And yeah, this one's got to be 2, because 2's over there, and 2's over there. So this one is 4. And then this one is 1. Let's see, this one's 1, and this one's got to be 4. And 3's got to be over here. Let's see, this has got to be 2. This has got to be 3. And this one's got to be, what, 4? And there you go. So the 3's are in the upper left. The 3rd one here. 2nd one here. And the 4th one on the bottom.
Not really much of a challenge for minds like ours.
There you go. So let's go over to this next one. And for this one, pretty much you have to put cups in the various in the spots that the lines tell you. And yeah, it's interesting. So up here it's 1, 1, 1. And so on the bottom there's 2, which means there's 2 and 1 in each of that row. So now there's 5 in this one, which means in all those. Now this is 1 and then 1. So 1 goes here and 1 goes here. And 1 goes here and 1 goes here. And you have 3 which will go over here, and that's what you got to do. So, and you have to pretty much mark the cups just like you got there. It makes sense when you think about it, I guess. I'm just glad that the shape is pretty much, you know, identical on the left and the right side, pretty much. Mirror.
Mordak, you could have made these a little more challenging.
So Manny is definitely getting all these right, too. Alright, so this one, pretty much the clue is you have to get to the thing that ends at 3. So the best way to do this is to go 8 minus 5 is 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so 6 minus 5 plus 2 equals 3. So 3 is on the bottom, the second, the right one. The fourth cup.
One more to
Or
go.
the fifth cup.
Think you can handle it?
Oh yeah, I can handle this. It's not too tricky, but it can be very tricky. Alright, so this one's kind of interesting. It's a think outside the box type of thing. So you have the 5 things. A good king always looks to the future, but always considers what he's leaving behind. Alright, so what you have to do is you have these 5 tables here. You just have to count how many cups you left behind. So for triangle or diamond, you got 3. You got 3, 9, 12 here for heart. You got 12 for the heart. You got 3 for the other one. Just remember these numbers. You got 3, 3, 3, 3, 12 again? Is that right? Yeah, 12, 12. Or something. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5. And 5 is 10. And then here's 4. Okay, there are multiple 12s here. So it's 12, 5, 3, 11, 12, and 4. So those are the numbers. Drink the cups, and there you go. Kind of an interesting puzzle for sure. And there we go, we did it!
The duel was at a standstill. Neither competitor could prove they were smarter than the other.
I was afraid of this, friend. Although you started out as a lanky bumbleward, over the years my trials have conditioned your wits to equal mine. No matter, I have a backup plan.
Look, clearly, I cannot choose the wine in front of you, and of course, here we go.
This flame enchantment will ensure neither of us can leave until the other has perished. How about instead of wits, we engage in a lethal game of chance?
I don't like it.
Grandpa had no choice but to play the game. He was trapped, and his kingdom was on the line.
I won this set of goblets from a game of wits with Lord Sarwyn. One of them holds an irreversible eradicating elixir.
Ooh, I do not like that.
A powerful magic that will slowly destroy whatever it touches from the inside out. There are no special markings or any way to puzzle out which is the poisoned vessel. If there was, I would have slipped it into the batter of your breakfast years ago. But what fun would that have been?
Oh, that women nice.
We'll each take turns choosing a goblet to drink from until they're all gone, and the better man wins. You'll drink first.
Grandpa was at a loss. For the first time in his life, the 4 E's of puzzle solving could not inform his decision. There was no logic to puzzle out. No clues or hints. Just a simple choice of life or death.
Yeah. So, either or, it doesn't really matter which cup you pick. Either or will be the right one.
Well, I guess you won. Bested me. Good show, old friend. Guess I'll ingest this and call it a night. But you know I don't play fair.
Oh, man.
And you've just revealed where the elixir is hiding. You played right into my trap, just like that foolish archer.
I thought you gotta bring a chalk up. Oh, shit. It's gonna destroy the castle and everyone in it. Oh, no.
Yep. Grandpa's life was spared, and our whole family moved to Tanalor. The end.
No, Gwendolyn.
What?
It couldn't have ended like that. You know, if I chose that cup, It would have destroyed the very castle you are standing in.
It's true.
There was only one solution.
He was out of options. Grandpa looked around at the kingdom he created and realized there was only one choice.
So what you have to do is touch the green goop.
Grandpa knew the eradicating elixir would slowly destroy him from the inside, but Daventry would live on. That day, Manny was outsmarted in a way he never imagined possible. In a way he could not comprehend.
Huh. Nice move. I'll accept that. But let's see if I can help speed up the effects of that potion.
Oh man, how much more cheating does this guy have to do?
You pushed a thinking man to brute force. I hope you're happy.
What the hell's Mordak doing?
You've already won. There's no need to torture him.
It was at that moment, while his body was being jerked through the air, that Mordak was reminded of his first encounter with Grandpa.
Yeah, when everybody was beating up on Mordak, who came in and saved him? Who treated him like a person, sort of?
Those memories stirred up something fierce inside Mordak. Manny didn't save him from a life of goblin abuse. Grandpa did. And it was time he repaid the favor.
Leave him be. I won't ask you again.
I guess it's time I held your tongue.
Man, he is a jerk off, Mananan. Bye-bye. And so that is it. Who would have thought Mordak would have saved Graham in the end? But now we know why Graham was always, or at least he was dying, was because of this potion that he touched. But he did save the kingdom. Who would have thought bitter...
Manny's enchantments over the castle were broken, and he was never heard from again. Daventry continues to thrive and prosper, thanks to the sacrifices made by King Graham, the greatest grandpa to have ever lived.
I guess Guard's not such a DB after all.
Is he still...
Oh, yes. He heard every word. Thank you, Gwendolyn. The hat suits you well.
It was beautiful. You kids have always brought so much joy to your grandfather.
All of his children have.
All right, kiddos, it's bedtime. Say goodnight to Grandpa, and I'll tuck you in.
Good night, Grandpa. I love you.
I love you too, God. And I am proud of you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I just want to say, you're the best grandpa, and my favorite person in the world. I love you. And I'm so sorry you didn't get your last adventure.
Sweetheart, there is nothing to be sorry about. I now know that all of my adventures will live on forever inside of you. As long as you keep telling my stories, they will never die.
Thanks for sharing them with me, Grandpa. I love you.
I love you too, dear. Go get some rest. Wake me in the morning, and we can make some pancakes.
Grandpa.
Now we get to play as Gwendolyn. Going towards Graham's room. At this point, we get to look at our adventures throughout the game, and all the choices we made and everything. Like when Graham got the eyeballs from Manny. How he became King Graham the Compassionate with Wenty and Bramble as his favorites, I guess. Him and his daughter. And Graham and his son. The young guy with his wife. King Graham the Compassionate. Looks like he's going to give a heart piece to Gwendolyn. Now you get to see what item you got from being compassionate or brave or wise. We have some symbolism there, obviously. Blowing out the candle. Last addendum that he made. The crown. Which I guess Gwendolyn is getting. She's going to be the queen of Daventry. Although, honestly, it doesn't make any sense because she lives with her dad, Alexander. In the land of the Green Isles. And it makes sense Gart becomes the king, but let's see, poor Gwendolyn losing her grandpa.
My sweetheart Gwendolyn, when you read this letter, you'll already know about the crown I have left for you and why. Please don't worry about me. I lived a long, fulfilling life, and I wouldn't change one decision. I've led this kingdom with all the compassion in my heart, and I've seen that same love in your eyes. But I would never force upon you rules and addenda to protect my legacy. You must make your own decisions. I only share my stories in the hope that they would help you down whichever path you choose for Daventry. Go forth and be Queen Gwendolyn the Compassionate, or the Patient, or the Dragon Slayer. Just know that I will always be watching over you and kissing your forehead from the stars above.
Go. And yeah, I decided to speed up the credits a little bit here just because they're very long. But yeah, that is sadly the end of King's Quest here. I gotta admit, I'm pretty sad to see King Graham die. But I think the way that they did this story at The Odd Gentleman, they did a terrific job of having, you know, of being able to reimagine the story and still have it sort of be fresh. And yeah, I think all the great references to all the other games have been really great. They did a terrific job of maintaining and taking and having a lot of respect for the intellectual property that they were doing stuff with. But honestly, like I said, I thought this game was really, really good, and it does have a lot of replayability. Obviously, you can go back, marry a different girl, take a different path, and yeah, you could honestly play this game like at least 3 more times. But yeah, overall, I think the graphics were really good. I like the fact that certain things did. With these types of games, certain things that you said during the game actually meant that it would have consequences and stuff later on. But yeah, other than that, I think the story was really well done. Obviously, the characters were done really well as well, in the essence of they had these characters already kind of made, but they put a little twist on everybody. I like the fact that also, like, if these guys get another shot at this title or whatever, they could make one with Gwendolyn, and it would be a lot of fun. Because obviously Gwendolyn, they really focused on her. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really, really enjoyed it, and we're not actually done yet. There will be an epilogue that we're gonna do, although. At this point, I don't know why it doesn't appear. I figured that it would appear after you beat the game, but apparently it doesn't. And yeah, I do own the complete collection. So what I'm gonna have to do is figure out. Yeah, let's take another look at Graham's adventures. But yeah, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the epilogue, and then we will continue that with the bonus episode. I really hope that you guys and gals have enjoyed King's Quest. I really enjoyed playing it, and yeah, pretty much. I'll see you in the next Let's Play or the bonus episode. So I've been Kenshin 1913, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.